Welcome to part 2 of my installation video for installing the SIMMCONN NewScope6 VGA panel to a HP8563E Spectrum Analyser. In this install we'll be installing the actual LCD display to the front panel of the Spectrum Analyser. First thing you need to do is blow any dust away from what may have accumulated. Maybe put a cloth on there temporarily to prevent any more dust from accumulating if you have to leave it for any amount of time. Right, first of all I'm going to install, well, I've pre-installed the hex spacers. This one is a 10mm one, so I'll tighten it up with a 6mm spanner. Don't over tighten it. Then there's 8mm one goes here, so again I've pre-installed it so it's a bit of time. So again, tighten it up with a 6mm spanner. Don't over tighten it. And this is a 6mm hex spacer, this corner here. Put to one side. Maybe give the display a little bit of a clean again. Also, it was mentioned by the manufacturer of the panel, well, the supplier of the panel, to maybe use a microfiber cloth and spectrum cleaner instead of a paper towel, because the paper towels are a little bit on the rough side. But I'll for this is the second time I've done this, just to make sure there's no finger marks accumulated from my handling in between the last video and this video. So, make sure you can. Put to one side. Now we get the 4mm inside diameter washer. Place that on top of here, like so. You get your display, root from the bag, and remove the cover. There's a plastic cover on it, so just remove that. Place your display carefully onto hex spacers and make sure you don't disturb the washer in this corner here. First of all, you take the, let's have a look at the notes a minute. The M4x6 flathead screw, which is this one, flathead, M4x6, quite small, goes in this position here. You can tell it goes in this position because the actual hole is chamfered, it's countersunk. So you use this flathead screw in this position. Get a appropriate screwdriver. Move it until so it's actually seated. Well, it's difficult to get it seated initially, but I'll try that one later on. I'll try the other two first. This is the M4x6 flathead, panhead, sorry. This goes in this position here. It's a lot easier to go in. Just don't fully tighten it. Put the other one in this position here. Again, don't fully tighten it yet until we've got the last one in. Looks like it's going to be very difficult to get in without cross-threading it. I think the actual thread on the hex spacer is actually cross-threaded. So, because that's just going straight away. That's gone in okay. Difficult, but it's gone in. So that, you can tighten that. I'll actually leave them untightened slightly because what we're going to do now, I'm going to leave these untightened a bit. We've got to actually remove the original panel securing screws, which are T15 Torx headed. Remove those temporarily. And we're going to drive a couple of M4x16 screws into here. These are actually Phillips headed screws, but I'm going to actually buy some Torx T15 M4x16 screws off that auction site to replace these so that they actually look the same as the ones on this side, which are Torx as well. I've left these loose slightly so that when we drive these in, it will go all the way through without, so we can drive that all the way through so it comes out. So these are meant to be driven all the way through. And so when you, and then you can put the lock nuts on afterwards. That is providing you've actually got access to be able to put the lock nut onto the exposed thread later on. If not, well, we'll find out. Well, that lock nut is meant to go on the end of that once this has been fastened. That is, these screws are installed when the actual front panel is put back onto the chassis. Whether you've got actually got access to the end of these screws when is another matter. We shall always find out later on. So yeah, I've temporarily left these loose so that these can be screwed through like that. That goes through the same. So yeah, I'll leave them in position. Once you're sure about that, you can tighten these down. That's nice and tight. And that is nice and tight. And that is that bit done. You've also probably noticed that I'm wearing an anti-static strap, just in case. Now I'm going to just turn this up to see if there's any shine a light in here to make sure there's no obvious. That's okay. And that is it for now, because the next stage is installing the actual NewScope6 main board, and that is going to take a while, and I will hope to video that in several stages. But that's okay. That's all for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to install the actual center support, which the up arrow is in that position. Move the cables out of the way. Put the that's it. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Bye for now.